What is the main thing that businesses need that is stopping them from being successful? Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Johannesburg, South Africa, show you how beautiful it is. But most importantly, you've been seeing me talk about success, what it is, and how to get it in the 3 areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. If you're new to the channel, the definition of success by Earl Nightingale is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And let's just be real here. If you're a business owner, or even if you're working for a business, seeing that business make a profit to where you can start earning more money is a very, very, very worthy idea. However, the reason why I'm asking this question is because most people are not being taught proper business, or at least not being taught business for the year 2023. Let's just say that. And so you may have said, so if I ask you the question of what is the main priority or the main goal of a business so it can stay running, stay in the profit, you may be like sales, or they need customers. And the truth is, those are all correct. However, it's more than that. You need sales, you need customers, and you need customer retention. Customer retention is the area where most people are falling up short in business. They're not focused on creating an experience for the individual person so they will want to keep coming back. Now, customer retention only comes from when you have three things: like, know, trust factor. No one is going to keep buying from you if they don't like, know, and trust you. It doesn't matter what restaurant it is. You see this happening in the United States. I've seen it in Panama. I've seen it in Colombia, and I even see it here in Johannesburg, South Africa. So literally about 2 blocks from me, there was a Spars grocery store. It closed down, and it was quite easy to see why. There was no customer retention. No one would go in. Most of the world is still operating business under this principle: if you build it, they will come. No one's coming because they don't have to come anymore. We live in a digital era, meaning I can have groceries delivered to my door. I can get food delivered to my door. There's so many app services. There's so many e-services where people can bring things to your door. So building a restaurant or building a supermarket or any other type of service operated business doesn't mean people are going to come. You need to gain like, know, trust factor. And actually in the year 2023, you need this way more than you probably did a couple of years ago. And you'd be like, Jason, why is that so? The reason being is because most of us, our attention span has shortened because we're consuming things from our cell phone now. Meaning you can be at work now and you can still be on your phone, reading articles, gossip blogs and stuff like that, watching videos like this on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to it if you haven't done so. You can make sure that way you can get updated for videos each and every day when I'm dropping them. But because we're in this digital era now, most of us use smartphones. I say about 99% of the people who are living a first world living, which means if you're watching this video, you're using a smartphone. A lot of times some of us forget, just because things in our home countries may not be the best, it doesn't mean we're not living in a first world. We have all the first world amenities. And so that's why I wanted to point that out. And so because we're in this digital era, our attention spans have actually shortened. So as a business, it used to take anywhere from 3 to 7 attempts to get a person to become your customer. Now, because the attention span has shortened so much, it takes up to 20 attempts. Do you see how big of a difference that is? Because of that, getting customer retention is actually probably a lot more important than recruiting new customers, because you need to have a steady flow of cash coming in every month if you're a business. You can't afford to run in the red. And what are some of the things that can help with customer retention? You may be asking, okay, Jason, you're telling me it's customer retention, but what can help? These are the areas where it's the very small things that matter. So you're creating an experience when your customer comes into your establishment. If you're a restaurant, are you opening the door for them? Are you smiling and greeting them when they come in? Is their first site going to be you on your cell phone? Because I'm going to tell you right now, like if it's a nice fancy restaurant, you're not setting a good impression. Because if you're not making someone feel warm and welcome inside the establishment, they're going to start looking for things to complain and gripe about. And this is just regular human nature. Like this isn't like it's something special for specific areas. This is human nature. Like we're naturally taught if there's things we don't like to, start pointing them out. If you saw my video the other day when I was talking about Kauai and Santon Centerland, why like I'd never order food from them again. The experience was so horrible. Like it was to the point of where it was disrespectful to me. Like if I'm spending my hard-earned money in an establishment, which is keeping you employed as the person who's working there, like there need to be a level of respect there. There need to be a level of warmth and kindness. Like I don't owe you anything. I don't owe I don't have to shop at that restaurant. I don't have to shop at some supermarket. And this is one of the reasons why, like, I don't use ShopRite. I tell anybody and every day, like, their practices are so horrendous that honestly they should be out of business. And I'm just being honest with you, like, and people may be like, oh, but Jason, those people with their jobs, they need to be trained how to be an employee correctly. Like, you talk to any guy here in South Africa, no matter where they're from, I've talked to different people. They've all shared horrible stories of ShopRite, how they're rude. You'll just be waiting in the queue, which is the line, for about 30 to 40 minutes. They don't even act like they care. They don't even try to put extra cashiers on the register, seeing there's long lines. Like all of these things matter. People's time is important because that attention span has shortened so much now. People don't want to be in places where they're not happy. And as soon as you make enough customers not happy, you're losing that customer retention. And you may be like, well, but they're still going, Jason, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. Are they making as much profit as they could? Like, this is what businesses have to start looking at. Just because you're still going and maintaining doesn't mean you're making as much profit as you could. Like, if you're a business, you want to make profit. And if you want to make more profit, you need to update your business practices, your business procedures, and your business training of employees to the 2023 year. And what I mean by that is they need to be warm and polite when someone first come in and when they're also leaving. The second thing you need to do when you're trying to work on customer retention, you need to respect their time. Like too many times here, and not just here, I'm just saying here because I'm in South Africa right now. I've waited on things, waited in lines, and it wasn't worth it. Like when I tell you I felt my time was wasted, and this is at restaurants. I've, been in checkout lines where the people are just talking instead of, hey, shut up and, finish ringing out my order and also finish ringing out the people behind me. Like people are not coming to the store to waste their time. Most of us are, the time that we do have is valuable. And think about it, spending 40 minutes. So like, I'll give you this example, the Rancho. It was a horrible failure when it came to the food courts all around. Horrible failure. Everyone there, every line there, up to an hour waiting in line. I literally waited in line for probably an hour and a half to get an uncooked fucking potato. Do you think I will ever order from that place again, even when I go back to the Rancho? No. But you know what it did make me want to do? Next year for the Rancho, open up my own stall and sell better food, better quality, better procedures, and actually be there to serve the people who are there. Get them in and out of the queues in less than 10 minutes. Like those things mean something. How many people was there at the Rancho to have a family experience? And I even saw it firsthand with a couple, and the wife was really upset with the husband, like, why are you waiting so long for a damn potato? And he's like, I didn't know. And how many people are spending their hard-earned money and taking, the time, little time they do have off from work, and they're sitting here waiting in a queue for a potato, a potato for an hour. Now, what if and not only that they're waiting in line for the potato for an hour, it's not even cooked all the way. So you didn't even, your quality service was horrendous. On top of, you didn't respect their time. Do you think anybody in that who waited that line back up in to get a second potato? No. You know what everybody did? They waited until they got home and ate again or ate on the way home. So how much money were those businesses losing because they were slow? Like that's the second thing. If you want customer retention, you need to be fast and efficient. This is why McDonald's have these policies and procedures, how they're counting the time, like how long is the customer waiting in line. That is why they're doing that. They're measuring customer retention because they've realized customer retention is way more important than just sales and way more important than just new customers. If they know they having 100 customers every day come through, they know how much money they're going to be making for the year. Like that is how important it is. And then the third thing is now this is going to be a tough one because it's going to be hard for some people to understand this. And I've seen this everywhere. You see it everywhere now. When you're working or when you're in a business, you need to be professional at all times. What does that mean? It means don't flirt with customers. Don't be trying to get numbers. You need to be focused on working. Now, this one is my biggest pet peeve. I see it a lot, and it really annoys me. Like, it really annoys me. You may be like, yo, Jason, you don't get annoyed that much. But when it comes to this, like, and I'm just giving you this an example. I'm vegan, plant-based vegan, whatever you want to call it. I don't have the luxury of just being able to go eat anywhere at any given time. So when I go to plant-based or vegan restaurants, I'm not trying to be flirted with. I don't want you flirting with me. I don't want you winking at me. I don't need you smiling at me. I need you giving me the best service possible. It needs to be professional. And most people may be like, Jason, why are you being so harsh? That's my private space. I'm going there to be in my own aura. I'm not going there to date people who are working there and stuff like that. It's a difference between coming up with casual conversation and that can lead to friendships, things like that. But like, there's a level that I've seen, and I saw it in Panama, I saw it in Central America, I see it here a lot. I don't know if it's in the U.S. now. It could be. But see, like in the U.S., you're easy to get fired. That's what people don't understand about the USA. Like, they will fire you in a heartbeat. Things that I see here, like even the place that I just left today, like at Mushroom Park, the young lady was on her phone walking out, couldn't even say, have a good night, stuff like that. I'm like, bruh, for what people are paying here, if someone complained and if this was the U.S., your butt would be fired. You would not have a job anymore. So that's the U.S. that I remember. It may be a little different now, but I'm not sure. But like, that's the other thing. Like, you gotta be professional at all times, man. And these are just 3 simple ways that you can actually just start building better customer retention in your business. Like, where can you start? Really think about that. And just remember, guys,